Do you know how you're going to get to 100 million?
No.
Okay.
I don't need to know, just like you don't need to know about the Indians.
Right.
Yeah.
But how long ago were you doing 300K a year?
4 years. But think about this.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you this question. So when you had your exit, you haven't revealed how much that was for, right? We know it was 8 figures.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had an 8-figure exit. Let's go back 3 years ago. Could you have told me how you were going to do that?
Nope.
No way. You know when the recipe comes together? When you get the money. Then you know how you did it. That's all. That's when you figure it out. Isn't that crazy? You don't know how you did it until you do it.
So when you're working with people, how do you, believing hard, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
But then what?
It's not just great. It's everything. It's the most important thing. Because it's the
More important than the model.
Oh, 100%. Because the first model you do isn't going to work.
I need you to keep talking right now.
Of course, the first model you do is going to get you to what? 17 million. That's where I'm at right now. That same model is not going to get me to 100.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how I'm going to get to 100. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
So I guess what I'm asking is, how do you then figure it out?
You know what you do? The next thing. And you know what's going to happen? It's not going to work. And then you know what you do? This is like the 3-step process to making $100 million. Try something, fail, try something else, fail. Like that's it. Like think of how many failures you had to go through in order to succeed.
Yeah,
like,
so many.
Seriously.
So many.
And how many people after the first one are just like, listen, entrepreneurship is just not for me. The internet's broken.
And why do you think people create that story? Because it's not like just about entrepreneurship. It's also about losing weight or being
because that is literally how our brain is designed.
What do you mean?
Our brain is designed to learn in the past and then reference the past for everything in the future. Right? That's how we're designed for survival. Basically, it's like, look at things, pay attention to things that are scary, stay away from those things.
Yep. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the interpretation of that was painful.
Yes. That was awful. That was humiliating.
It's the
Don't
meaning
do it.
that we put around the failure.
Yeah.
And if it means nothing, you're like, oh, I still have the goal.
Well, exactly.
But if it means pain, then you're going to go, I don't like pain. I'm going to do something else. Entrepreneurship's not for me.
Yeah. And I always like to kind of reference that future self. My future self never says to me, that was a stupid idea. You shouldn't have done it. So I was like, oh no, there's something you needed to learn there. What is it? That's a stepping stone. Every failure just moves us forward or along. Yeah.
What do you do with clients to get them really clear on what they want their future selves to look like?
That's actually a really good question because that is not something that I feel like can be coached out of someone. I think that's something that has to be self-discovered. And I've had clients that just want to make a declaration because they think they'll be excited about it, and it just doesn't work. People say, I want to make $1 million. I want to make $1 billion. And they don't have a good why behind it. They don't have like, why do you want to own the Indians?
I can't imagine anything more fun.
Like, just super fun. It doesn't have to be like, because it'll save the world or something. It's just like, that would be so fun. And I love the idea of $100 million, not because I need, what am I going to do with $100 million? Like, seriously, you run out of things to buy it. You really genuinely do. Yeah. But it's just like, I always want to be an example of what is possible. And if I can be like, I'm a life coach that made $100 million, to me, the exact same reason. I can't imagine anything more fun.
Yeah.
Right? It's not because, oh, then I'll prove to my brother that I was worthy.
And most people, I think, are operating from that place. Most people are like, when I have $100 million, then I will have validation.
Yeah, I'll have a few money, yeah.
Yeah, everybody will think I'm cool. Actually, people just think your stuff is cool. They don't really know it.
And they're like, yeah, when is enough is enough? You know, it's like, then you get this whole like backlash of why do you need so much money and all that sort of stuff. So if that's the other thing, you got to get to the point where you don't really care what other people think about your life. Are you at that place already?
I'm real close. If I'm not there, I'm real close.
I think it's easier for dudes. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I've never been a woman.
You haven't?
No.
I think, like, I don't know. I was raised to kind of keep an eye out for what people were thinking of me and make sure I was appropriate and attractive to and pleasing to people. And so since I let that go, life's been way more fun because, you know, you get haters.
How did that shift happen for you?
I just decided that my opinion of myself was so bad when I was trying to get everyone else's opinion of me to be so good that I decided to just switch it. It was like, so.
When was that?
I don't know, probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I have to keep working on it. It's crazy. The more successful I get, the more I have to keep working on it. Because haters come out of the woodwork the more public you are, I think.
Yeah. And I've noticed it now takes a lot more for that to come out for me of caring what people think.
Yeah.
Now, I still don't really care what they think. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this might shock you, but we really do read YouTube comments and Facebook comments.
Oh,
like when
I
you
never do.
I don't believe you.
I really swear to God I don't. Like,
But,
I just cannot put my brain on the negative stuff. But here's the trick. If you're going to read them, you have to take them both with a grain of salt, right? So we want to read the good stuff and be like, I'm amazing. And then we read the bad stuff and we're like, oh. But I know the amazing stuff where people say I'm so amazing is about them.
Yep.
Really it is. And the stuff where they say I'm terrible
is about them.
And that really sets me
So
free.
what I found is I'm now immune to them up to a certain point.
Yeah, nice.
It just takes more in order to trigger me in some way. And so it takes a different level of feedback in the marketplace for me to be okay with it.
Yeah.
But the more that I work on that, the bigger things get.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
That's why I say I still have to always work on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're trained, I mean, not trained, where we are trained, but our brains are programmed to belong, right? To be part of the tribe so we don't die.